into our perfect standing posture with our feet hip width apart. Roll your shoulders back and lengthen through the back of your head. And gently tuck your chin in towards your chest. And we're going to start off with a big inhalation. And as you breathe out, gently chin to chest, nose to navel, roll your spine down. Just bend your knees slightly and let your arms hang loosely and your neck hang loosely also. And with a big breath in at the bottom, scoop your belly in and roll your spine back up to standing. And we get to the top and we take a couple of big shoulder rolls. Let's do that again. Big breath in, standing tall. And breathe out, roll yourself forward. It's like you're unraveling your spine. Knees slightly bent. Breathe in at the bottom and breathe out, scoop your belly in, return yourself back up to standing again. Breathe in at the top, roll your shoulders, warm up those shoulders. Breathe in again, let's roll back down. Empty your breath by the time you get to the bottom there. Breathe in at the bottom and breathe out, scoop the belly in and roll yourself back up to standing. And we're going to stand tall here. Starting off now, moving into our legs a little bit more. We're going to step our feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, toes slightly turning out to the side. Then we're going to move into a squat here. So as you squat your hips backwards, raise your arms out in front of you. And then we're going to bring ourselves up to standing tall. Let's do 3 of these. Breathe in to squat down. And breathe out to squeeze your glutes to lift you back up to standing. Coming up nice and tall. Now this time, come a little bit closer with your feet. We're going to raise up onto our toes. And slowly come back down again. Little calf raises. Raise up onto your toes. And then slowly back down again. And again, raise up onto your toes. And back down again, then back into your squats. Breathe in, squat down. Breathe out, stand up. Breathe in, squat down. Breathe out, stand up. One more. Coming down, sticking your hips backwards. A little closer together with your feet. Calf raise up. Back down again. And again, raise up. Back down. Find that little bit of balance at the top. Back down. A little wider with your feet. One more time. Squat down. Stand tall. As you squat down, hips go back. Keep your back as straight as you can. Lift up like a hydraulic lift. Squeeze your glutes into your calf raises. Raise up. And back down. And again. Raise up. Back down. A little bit of balance here. Raise up. Back down. Now this time, let's come into a little bit of a balanced knee raise. We're going to find that moment there. Focus your eyes out on the spot out in front of you. Hold your knee up. And then very carefully, step back. We're going to come into a little bit of a lunge. It's up to you how deep you come into the lunge. You can come right down to the ground, or you can just go halfway down, up to you. But think of your chest staying open and your core contracted in. And then move the same leg up and through to that balance again. And then step back, little lunge, push back up, and come up to that balance. It doesn't matter if you wobble with this one, so just find your balance each time, allowing yourself to take control as you repeat the movements. Let's try 2 more of those. Stepping back, short or deep lunge, up to you. Come back up, and then up to standing. 1 more. Lunge it down, come back up, and find that balance. Beautiful. Let's try it on the other side. So, finding your spot to look at helps you to focus. Draw the core in, open up your collarbones. Find your balance. And then step back. And as we lunge down, we want to lead through with that back leg. Watch your knee doesn't move too far forwards. Come back up and find that balance point again. And again, step back. Lunge down. Come on up. And balance. Relax your shoulders. Relax your neck. Coming down as deep as you can so you're feeling the challenge. But being really mindful of your slow, controlled movements. Finding that balance. 2 more. Step back. Lunge down. Up to the top. balance. One more time. Step back, lunge down, come on up, and find your balance. Beautiful. Okay, let's come into a couple more of those roll downs. So again, feet are hip width apart, standing tall, rolling your shoulders back. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, roll your spine forwards. Just again, keeping your knees slightly bent, your belly contracted into your spine. And as we relax here, we'll bend and straighten one leg at a time. Just so we feel that nice stretch up the back of your legs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Let's bend both our knees. Walk your hands forward. Come down onto your hands and knees. So let's bring a little bit of attention into our upper body. We're going to come down onto our elbows. You can pick the level you want to do. This is an elbow plank. But first of all, we want to focus on our upper body, our shoulder area. So first of all, we scapular set. We just allow our chest to sink down to the ground slightly, and then push away from the ground. And just hold it there for 3 seconds. Excuse me. And let's do that again. Sink your chest down, push your chest up, draw your shoulders back, and tuck your chin in. If you think of the middle of your body, watch you not overextending your back, ribs to hips. And again, sink your chest down, push up from the floor, draw your shoulders back, hold it there. Now you can see where my knees are positioned at the moment. This is the easiest level for a plank. Our knees directly in underneath our hips. Make it more challenging by stepping your knees further back. The further back they go, even coming right up onto your toes, the stronger you're going to make this plank exercise. So you pick the level you're going to do. I'm just going to stick with the easier level first of all. You're just staying here, focusing on really good technique. So think of your shoulders, chest up, shoulders back, tuck your chin in just slightly, ribs to hips, draw your belly in like a big belt tightening up around you. And as we hold it here, it is maintaining all those postural techniques and then focusing on your breathing. Breathing in and out of your nose, creating that lift. If you need to take a break at any time, just push back into your child pose. Have a rest and gradually build yourself up. Let's stay here for 4 more deep breaths if you can. Big breaths in and out of your nose. Try to build up how long you can hold your planks for. Breathing in, lifting out of the shoulders. Breathing out, scoop the belly in. 1 more breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Now we're going to go into our arm work here as well. We're going to build up the strength in our upper body by moving into our ladders. Where your elbows are currently positioned, we're going to place our hands in the same spot. And then we come back down onto the elbows. Up, up, down, down. And try to alternate your leading arms. You're not always leading on the same side. Up, up, down, down. Same thing with your legs here. The more you position your legs further back behind you, the stronger you're going to make the action in your upper body. So you can challenge yourself to the level that's going to suit you right here and now. Gradually build yourself up. Make sure you are challenging yourself so that it is a little bit tricky. Always like the saying, working in some slight discomfort, but not pain. So we're up, down, down. Pulling the shoulders back and down. Think of lifting up out of those shoulder joints, maintaining your spinal position all the way through. Let's do 4 more. Coming down, and then long straight arms. Down, down, up, up. Down, down, up, up. 1 more. And when we're up on our arms, we're going to stay here. And again, it's scapular set. So we're allowing our chest to sink down to the ground and then pushing away from the ground. And as we move through our shoulder joints, we're just mobilizing the joints of the shoulders, but also helping our postural muscles in our mid and upper back to activate so we can use them more effectively. And as we're also here, we're still always working our core. So keep in mind your core contraction at all times. Now push up from the floor. let's shoulder tap. Go across to the opposite shoulder. Tap across and stay as centered as you can. Now you can again be in either of your plank positions, knees further back, or even up on your toes if you want to be in your full plank. 10, 9, 8, scoop your belly in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then take your child pose, have a moment, rest yourself back. We're going to repeat that little sequence one more time. So coming forwards, first of all, into your ladders, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Lift out of your shoulder joints and tuck your chin in. Now think of the front part of your waist as well, your ribs just slightly contracted down towards your hips at the front here, so you're keeping that nice core contraction drawing up. And 10. And 9, alternate your arms. And 8, keep lifting out of your shoulders. 7, tuck your chin in. 6, and 5. And 4, keep breathing in and out of your nose. 3, and 2, and 1. And then we stay up on the hands and shoulder tap. Tap across. 10, 9, scoop your belly in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold it here. We're going to stay in a high plank this time. So instead of being on the elbows, we keep the arms straight. Knees again, level 1, directly under your shoulder, under your hips. Or you can step them further back, or you can again be right up on your feet. If you're up on your feet, push those heels backwards. Keep your focus in your upper body as well, so you're keeping the strength and the technique really well and in your minds. Let's stay here for 4 more deep breaths. So we keep the hips low, we scoop the belly in, and we breathe in and out of the nose. Let's stay here for 2 more. Breathing in, breathing out, keep the core contracted, shoulders back. 1 more. And then bring the knees back in underneath and take your child pose again. Breathe in, breathe out. 1 more breath, rest here. Remember, you can come into this position whenever you need to, whenever you need to take a break. And then we're going to flip over onto our back next. So let's bring our attention to our core as we learn our back. First of all, make sure your chin is towards your chest. If you feel more comfortable putting something under your head, then go ahead, put a cushion or a folded up towel. Then we make sure our lower back has its natural curve in it. We have our natural curve under the back of our neck as well. And first of all, we take our big inhalation, expand your belly so it relaxes all the way around your center. And as you breathe out, just gently contracting through those core muscles. So think of either pelvic floor drawing up inside you, or imagine that big belt tightening up all the way around your waist. And then we're going to come into a single tabletop. So again, make sure you stay contracted here. Knee comes in closer if you feel that you're going to lose control. And then the double tabletop. And then we're going to move those knees slightly further away from us. Just make sure your back doesn't arch off the ground. So think of pressing the lower back towards the floor. And again, let's hold it here and breathe. In and out of your nose, shoulders are relaxed. We're going to hold it here, and we're going to start off by extending one leg out and forwards. Just be mindful the belly might want to do this arching technique again, so keep it pulled down. Bend that leg to tabletop. Extend the other leg out. Back to tabletop. Now, if you go higher with the leg, it's a little bit easier. If you lower the leg further towards the floor in front of you, it's going to be harder on your core muscles. So you can challenge yourself as much as you need to, but again, keeping technique here with the core contracted and mindful that your shoulders are relaxed as well. So let's do 10 more of these. 10, and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, keep the ribs to the hips, 3, 2, and 1. Take a knee hug, rest up your back, massage it out. Coming back up. This time let's try with both legs extending. Extend both legs away. So again, higher up to the ceiling is going to be a little bit easier, but you're also going to get a nice hamstring stretch here. Lower the legs out in front of you, it's much harder on your core. So again, you might feel that the back arches up. So make sure you work somewhere in between where you're getting a challenge without losing technique. So let's do our leg extensions here. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, ribs to hips. Breathe in, keep it going. And 8. Shoulders relaxed. 7. And 6. Draw down through your navel. 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Let's hold this last one here. So we're going to be relaxing your upper body. Take the tension through your shoulders. Just focus on your breathing. If you prefer to close your eyes down so you can really place all your attention to what you're doing in your core. Remember, you should not feel pain in your back. So if you do, take your knees into your chest, have a rest, and gradually build yourself up. Otherwise, see if you can stay here for 3 more deep breaths. And keep thinking of drawing your waist in a little bit more. Through the front of the belly, even through the sides of the waist, and drawing up into your back arch as well. 1 more deep breath here. Good job. And then hug your knees in, take that break, massage out your back. Good job. All right, now from here, let's bring the upper body into this. You can have your feet down on the ground, level 1, or you can be in your tabletop position for level 2, a little bit harder. We're going to take our arms up to the ceiling. We're going to come into a little ab prep here, so where we lift our head and shoulders up. So the first thing you need to do is make sure you get your deep neck flexors contracted. So we want to start off by a little head nod. We just draw the chin to the chest, and at the same time engaging through those deeper core muscles. And then when you lift your head and shoulders up, your hands naturally sweep forward and you're looking down into your abdominal area. If you look up, you're going to get a lot of strain in your neck. So make sure you bring your chin down and look down into your navel. Breathe in, lower the head and shoulders down. Breathe out, lift up. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to lift. So remember, your feet can be on the ground. This is your level 1. You're still working through the upper body. Or you can work a little bit harder through the core by holding your legs up in that tabletop position. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to lower. Chin to chest, ribs to hips. Coming up. Relaxing yourself back down, but still keeping in control. And 5. And 4. Heavy in your tailbone. And 3. And 2. And on our last one, let's stay up here. Little pulses, ribs to hips. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then hug your knees in. Rest your head and shoulders down. You can gently turn your neck side to side. That is a lot of work through your neck. We are working at strengthening your neck up as well as your abdominals. The whole front chain of muscles are working when we're doing these ones. And then we're going to finish this one with our little combination, the full ab prep. So we start with our legs in tabletop and we extend our arms up to the ceiling. Tuck your chin in, engage your core. And as you lift your head and shoulders up, extend your legs. Breathe in, lower back down again. Breathe out to extend and lift. Look down into your belly. Breathe in, come back down, nice and slowly. Breathe out to lift, draw down. Breathe in to lower. Let's just do 5 more of those. Breathe out. Breathe in. this one again for our little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And take your knees into your chest. Rest your head down and gently turn your neck side to side. Rock your back side to side and take 3 deep breaths here. Just close your eyes. Breathe and recover. And then when you're ready, stretch your arms up over your head. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Take that full body stretch. Open out your abs. Good job. And then we're going to hug the knees into the chest and roll up to sitting. We're going to move into rolling like a ball. Make sure you have space behind you on your mat. You've not got any wall too close by. You've got a little bit of cushioning for your spine. Now when we do this one, we want to make sure we have a rounded back position. So we bring our chin into our chest, we scoop our belly in. We're holding the backs of our legs, and you want to imagine that you have a ball behind your knees and you're squeezing your knees against that ball. So you don't let the ball flick out from underneath you. So as we roll back, we're rolling onto our shoulders and then rolling back to find a position that is in balance. We don't quite touch our toes down. And then we breathe in, roll back. Breathe out, find that balance each time. Stay rounded in your back. Breathe in, breathe out. So think of that ball squeezing behind your knees, because the common mistake a lot of people make with this one, when they roll back, they open the legs out. So we want to tuck in like a ball, rolling like a ball. Scoop your core muscles in. Breathe in, roll back. Breathe out, come back up and balance. And 5. Chin into your chest. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And then we come up to sitting. We're going to straighten our back. Roll the shoulders back. Open the collarbones. Little harder version here is to start to extend the legs. This is open leg rocker. So we need some flexibility in your hamstrings to do this one. So if this is a bit too challenging for you, maybe this time try with the bent leg version, but take your arms off from holding your legs. So this one is a little bit easier. Otherwise, we're moving into our open leg rocker. We're going to roll back and roll forwards. Find that balance. Breathe in, roll back. Breathe out, find the balance each time you get to the top. Just rolling onto the back of your shoulders, not right onto your neck. Breathe in, breathe out. See if you can do 3 more. So you might be doing your ball with no hands holding on. You might be doing your open leg rocker. You pick the challenge that suits your body. 2 more. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. Good job. Hug your knees in, round into your spine. Lift up through your back. Extend up to the ceiling. Roll your shoulders back and down. Good job. And then gently bring yourself back to the center. We're going to come into a wide leg stretch here. So take your legs out as far as you comfortably can. And if you need to sit yourself up on a cushion, that's perfectly fine. Sometimes you find lifting your hips up can help you in this position. But you do want to feel a nice stretch through the inner thigh here. So first of all, we're going to reach our arms up to the ceiling. Reaching up nice and high and then rounding the spine. Think of diving yourself forwards, touching your fingers to the floor, and then gradually walk your hands out in front of you and lift your chest, straighten your back. Push your heels away from you. And gradually tucking your chin into your chest, sink yourself down. Maybe you can walk your hands a little bit further away. But breathe into your back in this position and just allow yourself to relax. Feel the stretch through your legs. Feel the lengthening effect through your spine. So again, tucking your chin in, lengthening the crown of your head forwards, straightening your spine as much as possible. And don't forget to keep pulling your core muscles in. Now let's stay here for 4 more deep breaths. And we're going to walk our hands back towards ourselves, bring ourselves all the way up to sitting tall. And let's make our arms in that Cossack position. And we're going to rotate around the spine and then back to the center. Breathe in, rotate. Breathe out, back to center. Breathe in, rotate. Breathe out, back to center. This can be your first level with your arms in this bent position here. Otherwise, make it a little bit stronger by taking your arms out wide, just pushing those arms slightly back behind the line of your body. Sitting tall as you rotate. Breathe in, rotate. Breathe out, back to the center. And now we're going to move this into the soar. As we rotate, imagine you're soaring off your little toe. We're coming down twice. 1, 2, and then back up to sitting tall. Rotate to the other side. Look to your back arm. 1, 2, and then come back up again. And again. Rotate. 1, 2. Look behind you. Back to the center. And again. Rotate. 1, 2. And back to the center. One more each way. Sink and sink a little deeper. All the way back up. And again. Sink a little deeper. And come all the way back up. Good job. Let's come into a bent leg position, a cross leg position if you can. If you're comfortable to sit in cross leg, then please do so. Otherwise, have your legs out in front of you, whatever makes you feel comfortable to sit. We're just going to finish off giving our neck a little bit of release. We're going to lower the shoulder down on one side. Just let the shoulder sink towards the ground. Push the heel of your hand down towards your mat and tilt your head across to the other side. You can use your hand resting on the side of your head. Just put a little bit of weight of your hands on your head without pulling down. You're not pulling down on the neck itself. So just take a couple of breaths here. Keep sitting up tall. So we're increasing the space between your ear and the top of your shoulder. Nice deep breaths. In and out of your nose. One more. And then turn your head, look down slightly, so you're looking across to the opposite hip. Move that top hand round to the back of your head slightly more. And take another 3 deep breaths. Sitting up tall and feeling the stretch now. Move more into the back of your neck. And bring yourself back to the center. Roll your shoulders out, couple of rolls. Cross your legs the other way. And let's repeat the neck stretch on the other side. So push the heel of your hand down, tilt your head away from that shoulder. Use your hand to rest on the side of your head again if you wish. And just relax, increase that space. This is a good one to do standing in the shower as well, when you've got the nice warm water falling on your neck. Or if you have a heat pack, this is an area that most people hold a lot of tension in. It can cause a lot of stress and headaches, all sorts of conditions can come from the tension we build here. Turn your head, look forwards. Bring your chin slightly down towards your chest. And then gently bring yourself back to center. Roll your shoulders out. We're going to tuck our feet underneath ourselves. Tuck your toes under. We're just rocking onto our feet. Coming down to sit on your heels, tucking those toes under so you feel a stretch in the arches of your feet and underneath your toes. If this is too strong for you, you may prefer to come up a little higher here. It's a little less weight in the feet, but if you can handle it, sink yourself back a little bit more. Good job. Just hold it there, take a couple of breaths. Relax your shoulders. And then we're going to lean forwards, rock back onto your feet, lift your hips up, lower your head down, and let's finish with our bend and straighten of the knees. One leg straightens, the other leg bends. Keep your heels firmly anchored to the ground. Bend and straighten. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we bend both our knees, scoop our belly in, and gently roll the spine so we
we stack the spine, one vertebra on top of the other.
Roll your shoulders back. Big breath in, reach your arms to the ceiling, and breathe out, relax them back down again. And again, breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, relax back down. One more time, big breath in, reach up. Breathe out, relax back down. Wonderful, thank you so much for joining me for this Pilates class. I hope you enjoyed that. Look forward to seeing you on the next one.